Sometimes the most dangerous prisons have no bars. They are the prisons of wrong friendships, toxic influences, and the silent traps we walk into without even realizing it. My dear brothers and sisters, today I want to talk about something that has destroyed countless dreams, broken families, and stolen futures. Bad company. Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. This is not just a popular saying, it is one of the deepest truths about life. The people you allow closest to you shape your habits, your mindset, and even your destiny. Many young people underestimate the influence of their friends. They think, I'm strong, I know who I am, I won't be influenced. But influence is not always loud. Influence is silent. It's in the jokes you begin to laugh at, the habits you slowly pick up, the way you begin to see the world through their eyes. Without realizing it, you become like the people you spend the most time with. When you walk with winners, you learn their strategies, their discipline, their hunger for growth. Their mindset becomes your mindset. You rise because their standard of living pulls you higher. But when you walk with losers, people with no goals, no discipline, no vision, you slowly start sinking. You compromise on your values. You accept less for yourself. And before long, you are living a life far below your potential. This is the power of friendship. It can either accelerate your journey or derail your destiny. Many young people fall into bad company because of a simple desire. We all want to belong. Nobody likes to feel left out. Nobody wants to be the outsider. And so when a group opens their arms, even if they are walking in the wrong direction, many follow because it feels safe to walk together. But let me tell you the truth, belonging to the wrong group is more dangerous than walking alone. It is better to walk alone toward your destiny than to walk with a crowd that is leading you to destruction. Think about it. Every dream killer, every failure, every bad habit you ever picked up probably came from the influence of someone around you. Peer pressure is not always shouting at you to do wrong. Sometimes it's the silent permission you feel when you see your friends doing what you know is wrong. You think, if they're doing it, then maybe it's not that bad. That is how destinies are wasted, not in one big decision, but in small compromises made daily because of the people around you. So if you want to change your life, if you want to rise above average, if you want to step into greatness, you must start by checking your circle. Who are you listening to? Who are you learning from? Who are you imitating? If your friends are not inspiring you, pushing you, challenging you, then they are limiting you. Don't be afraid to let go. Don't be afraid to walk away. It is better to be lonely for a season than to be destroyed for a lifetime. Choose your friends wisely because they are the mirror of your future. Bad company is poison in a golden cup. It shines, it glitters, it excites you, and at first it feels good. But hidden inside that beauty is slow destruction. That is how the wrong friendships and influences work. They never show you the ugly side in the beginning. They never tell you about the consequences. They wrap it up in fun, in laughter, in excitement, in adventure. They tell you, don't be boring, don't be too serious, life is short, enjoy, and you drink it thinking you found something sweet. But what you don't realize is that every sip is weakening your future. Every taste is poisoning your destiny. The danger of bad company is not just that it leads you to do wrong, it blinds you from even seeing the wrong. It convinces you that what is destroying you is normal, acceptable, and even enjoyable. That's why so many young people don't even notice they are falling. They think they are just having fun. But when you look closely, that fun is costing them their focus, their health, their time, their opportunities, and their dreams. That is poison disguised as pleasure. Think about this: poison does not kill instantly. If it did, you would recognize it and run. Instead, it kills slowly. It makes you feel alive at first, but every moment it is eating away at your strength. Bad company does the same. One wrong decision here, one compromise there, and before you know it, the life you were meant to live is slipping away. The vision you had as a child, the goals you once dreamed of, the potential God placed inside you, it gets weaker and weaker until you wake up one day wondering how you became a shadow of yourself. But here is the good news. Just as poison works slowly, so does healing. The moment you recognize that the people around you are not helping you grow, the moment you decide to walk away, you begin to detox your spirit, your mind, and your future. It will be painful because the golden cup looks beautiful. You will miss the laughter, the comfort, the feeling of belonging. But I promise you this, the temporary pain of letting go is nothing compared to the permanent destruction of staying in poison. So, my dear listener, learn to see beyond the shine. Every friendship, every group, every influence in your life is either medicine or poison. Ask yourself, does this person push me closer to my dreams or further away? Do they encourage my growth or feed my weakness? Do they want to see me win, or are they secretly happy when I fail? When you start asking these questions, the truth will show itself. And when you find the courage to walk away from the golden cup, you will finally taste the true sweetness of freedom, clarity, and purpose. Belonging is not worth losing yourself. From the moment we are born, we crave connection. As children, we want to be loved. As teenagers, we want to fit in. As young adults, we want to feel seen, valued, and accepted. This desire to belong is not wrong. It's part of being human. But here's the danger. When the desire to belong becomes stronger than the desire to stay true to yourself, you end up sacrificing your identity, your values, and your future just to feel included. Many young people make this mistake. They sit at the wrong table, laugh at the wrong jokes, follow the wrong crowd, not because they want to, but because they are afraid of standing alone. They say yes when their heart is screaming no, just so they don't feel rejected. But let me tell you something powerful. The pain of rejection is temporary, but the pain of losing yourself lasts a lifetime. Imagine holding a diamond in your hand, but because a group of people made you feel small, you threw it away and picked up a stone just to fit in. That's what happens when you trade your uniqueness for acceptance. You give away your brilliance just to feel ordinary with others. And the saddest part, the same people you sacrifice for may not even value you tomorrow. They will move on, leaving you broken and empty, while your true potential lies buried beneath their shadows. You must understand this. Standing alone is not weakness. Standing alone is strength. It takes courage to be different in a world that constantly pressures you to be the same. It takes courage to say no when everyone else is saying yes. But the greatest leaders, the strongest achievers, the most impactful human beings in history were those who refused to blend in. They valued themselves enough to walk away from the wrong crowd, even if it meant walking alone. Don't lose yourself trying to belong where you were never meant to fit. If a group only accepts you when you lower your standards, they don't value you. They are using you. If you must compromise your morals, your dreams, or your identity to be accepted, then you're paying too high a price. Real belonging is not found in pretending. Real belonging is when you can be yourself fully and unapologetically and still be valued. So hear me clearly, it is better to be rejected for being real than to be accepted for being fake. The world does not need another copy. It needs the real you. If you walk away from the wrong crowd, you may feel lonely at first, but loneliness is temporary. In that quiet space, you will discover yourself, your strength, your purpose. And when the right people come, they will not ask you to lose yourself. They will help you find yourself even more. If you walk with losers, you will never win. Life is not just about where you are going. It's also about who is walking beside you. You cannot run toward greatness while being tied to people who are comfortable with mediocrity. You cannot climb mountains when the people beside you are content lying in the valley. The truth is simple. Your environment shapes your energy, and your circle sets your standard. If the people around you have no vision, no discipline, no hunger, they will slowly drain yours too. Think of it like a race. You may be the fastest runner on the track, but if you surround yourself with people who refuse to move, they will hold you back. Every time you try to sprint, they will pull you down, saying things like, relax, why are you working so hard? Life is short, enjoy, and little by little you begin to slow down, not because you are weak, but because you are tied to people who refuse to run. Losers are not always bad people. Some of them are good at heart, but they are comfortable living without goals, without discipline, without growth. And comfort is contagious. If you stay too close, their lack of ambition will infect you. Their laziness will become your laziness. Their excuses will become your excuses. Before long, you will find yourself settling for less than you deserve simply because no one around you is aiming higher. Winners, on the other hand, stretch you. When you walk with people who have vision, their drive challenges you. Their habits inspire you. Their standards push you to rise. Suddenly, you realize you cannot stay small because greatness is the language of your circle. Winners don't let you settle for average. They remind you of who you are, even when you forget. That is the power of walking with the right people. So you must ask yourself, who am I walking with? Do they lift me or limit me? Do they push me forward or hold me back? Every friend, every relationship, every partnership is either a weight or a wing. And here's the hard truth. You cannot fly if you keep carrying weights. Sometimes the reason you are stuck is not because you lack talent, but because you are tied to people who don't want to move. Walking away from losers does not make you proud. It makes you wise. It does not mean you hate them. It means you love yourself enough to protect your destiny. You can still care for them. You can still pray for them, but you cannot let them define the speed of your journey. You cannot build a winner's life with loser's habits. If you truly want to win, find those who are winning and walk with them. Because the path to greatness is not walked alone, it is walked with the right company. And if you walk with winners, you will never lose. To rise again, you must break free. No matter how far you've fallen, no matter how deep you've gone into the wrong crowd, no matter how many mistakes you've made, your story doesn't have to end there. But hear this truth clearly, you cannot rise if you stay chained to what is dragging you down. You cannot move forward while still holding hands with the very people who keep pulling you back. If you want to change your life, you must break free. Breaking free is not easy. It takes courage to walk away from familiar faces, familiar places, and familiar habits. Bad company feels safe because you've grown used to it. Even though it's destroying you, it feels comfortable. That's why many people remain stuck. They prefer the comfort of destruction over the discomfort of growth. But let me tell you something, growth always begins with separation. You cannot rise without letting go. When a bird is ready to fly, it leaves the nest. If it stays in the nest forever, it will never experience the sky. In the same way, if you keep holding on to the same people, the same habits, the same environment that is limiting you, you will never rise. The hardest part is the first step, the decision to walk away. People will call you proud. They will say you've changed. They will try to guilt you into staying. But you must remember you are not breaking free to hurt them. You are breaking free to heal yourself. And once you break free, you must replace the emptiness with purpose. Freedom without direction is dangerous. If you just walk away from bad company but don't walk towards something meaningful, the void will pull you back. That is why many people who leave bad company eventually return. They never filled the gap with vision. Don't just cut off the wrong voices. Surround yourself with the right ones. Don't just stop wasting time. Start investing time into growth, learning, and building your future. Breaking free also means breaking old patterns within yourself. It's not only about leaving people, it's about leaving the version of yourself that accepted less than you deserved. It's about saying, I will no longer betray my own dreams just to please others. I will no longer shrink myself just to fit in. I will no longer let weakness control my destiny. That decision is where freedom begins. So if you feel trapped, if you feel stuck, if you feel lost, know this. Your wings are still there. You are not too far gone. You are not too broken. You are not too late, but you must make the choice. The chains may feel heavy, but the key has always been in your hand. Break free, rise again, and step into the life that was meant for you. Because the future you desire is waiting, but it cannot come to you until you decide to let go of what's holding you back. Your past is not your prison. Too many young people believe that because they made mistakes yesterday, they're disqualified from success today. They carry guilt, regret, and shame like a heavy chain, thinking they can never rise again. But hear me clearly, your past is a chapter, not the whole book. What you did yesterday does not have the power to control who you can become tomorrow. The enemy of growth whispers, you've failed too many times. You've wasted too much time. You've made too many wrong choices. And sadly, many believe that voice. They accept that their future is limited because of their history. But let me tell you something powerful. Diamonds are formed under pressure and gold is purified in fire. The mistakes you made, the pain you went through, the wrong roads you walked on, they can all be turned into lessons that shape your strength. Your past only becomes a prison if you keep living there. If you keep replaying your failures, if you keep defining yourself by who you were, not who you can be, then you will remain locked up. But the moment you decide, I am not my mistakes, I am my decisions today, the prison doors fly open. Freedom is not about erasing the past. It's about refusing to let the past define you. Every great man, every great woman, every leader, every achiever has a history filled with mistakes. The difference is they refuse to stay there. They turn their wounds into wisdom. They turn their failures into fuel. They turn their scars into stories that now inspire others. If they could rise, so can you. Stop letting guilt hold you hostage. Stop punishing yourself for things you cannot change. What matters is not what you did, but what you are doing now. Yesterday is a lesson, not a life sentence. The person who made those mistakes is not who you are today. You have grown, you have learned, and you have the power to choose differently. And hear me well, the people who keep reminding you of your past are not your real friends. Anyone who keeps dragging you back into shame does not want to see you grow. Surround yourself with those who see your potential, not just your history. Because the truth is your past was necessary. It taught you, it shaped you, it built resilience in you, but it was never meant to trap you. So rise, walk out of the prison of regret. Stop replaying the old scenes in your mind. Look forward because your destiny is bigger than your history. Your past may have been painful, but your future can still be powerful. Never forget, you are not defined by the mistakes of yesterday. You are defined by the courage you show today. And as long as you are alive, you still have the power to rewrite your story. My dear brothers and sisters, you have heard the truth today. Youth often fall into bad company, not because they are weak, but because they are searching for belonging, for fun, for a sense of family. But what looks sweet at first can become poison tomorrow, and what feels safe today can destroy your tomorrow. But here is the good news: you are not trapped. No matter how far you've gone, no matter how many mistakes you've made, you can rise again. You can break free from bad company. You can choose a new path. You can surround yourself with people who push you forward instead of pulling you down. Remember this: your future is too valuable to waste in the wrong crowd. Do not let your circle limit your destiny. Do not let your past imprison your future. You are stronger than you think, you are wiser than your mistakes, and you are capable of creating a life of greatness if you decide today. So rise, walk away from what is holding you back, step into the new version of yourself. The world is waiting for your light, your strength, your voice, and as long as you breathe, it is never too late to rise again. This is your moment. Take it, own it, live it.